If you do tax in the US, you are all too familiar with our friend, the organizer. Created by Charles P. Organizer in 1991, it was an elegant solution to help clients collect the documents they needed to prepare a tax return. And it was a good idea in 1991. Fast forward to 2023, and in most firms, Gail's still printing and mailing those tax organizers every January 3rd. Because nothing's really changed since 1991, right? Right, wrong. Turns out a lot's changed. Computers got better, we got an internet, I grew up, and we even have smartphones now, yet we still haven't found a better way to gather tax info. Ha, ha. Well, that ends today. That's right, with this video sponsor, Stanford Tax, we're doing a demo day. Stanford Tax is a modern way to gather info from your clients, actually using the pro forma data from your tax software. That's right, the actual prior year info. Oh, because these days the youngs aren't just standing by their mailbox on January 4th, eagerly anticipating the arrival of that tax organizer. Sorry, Gail, it's not you. It's TikTok, probably. Okay, let's take a look. Automate the collection of tax info with the power of AI. Okay, this is actually super simple. Connect your tax software, or in what I'm about to show you, actually pull in like backups of last year's returns. It'll generate personalized questionnaires based on that prior year info for 1040s, 1120s, 1120s, 1065s, that's right. And then get a nice tidy PDF of everything that they provided, bookmarked. You got all the source docs, all that in one place, and all that you had to do was chuck their prior year data in there. Interested? Excited? Got the rest of the team to come gather around the monitor yet? Okay, here's how it actually works. I'm logged in, I got a couple 1040 clients who I'm waiting on info on, you'll see them here. But let's add some clients from Lacerte. Process is gonna be largely the same regardless of what platform you use, whether it's Access, ProSystem FX, Drake, Lacerte Pro Series, Ultra Tax, or even if you just wanna upload the goods via a CSV. Now, I've got a backup of some of my Lacerte returns here. It's gonna give you a little step-by-step, here specifically for Lacerte, how to get the info that you need to generate these questionnaires. So basically go create a backup from Lacerte. I got the files here, drag them and drop them into there, and it's now pulled all the clients from that backup into the system. If I just wanted to do a couple of these, I could, but I'm gonna run all these through because the way you're probably gonna use this at year end is as like that batch process, right? So I'm gonna click-a-roo and these are gonna start processing one by one. Talk amongst yourselves. Get a coffee. This is actually real time. It's actually pretty quick. Okay, Dunskies. See, all my clients have now loaded in. Let's take a look at John Doe. First thing you'll notice, buddy, this is a checklist of things they actually have. W-2 from Alphabet, 1099 from Bank of America. That's there because he had it last year. The people who don't do US tax prep who are watching this video, which, why are you still here? They are so confused. They're like, why are they acting like they just put a man on the moon? If you do US tax prep, you know how significant this is. Beyond just the docs, we got stuff like rental income, 321 Elm Street, K1s, foreign accounts, all that. Now, if I want, I can look at the questionnaire here, but let's hop back out and actually look at the client's view. So to share this with John, I'm just gonna copy the client link and come over to my email, business, send him the link. If we hop over to his email, here's this link. Now, before it actually lets him in, it's gonna send like an access code to his email to confirm that it's actually him. Once he drops that in, it's gonna pull him straight into this client questionnaire. So see John's name in the top right here. We are now logged in as if we are John. This is the questionnaire that he's gonna see. So progress bar at the bottom, 0% complete. We're gonna enter the questionnaire. We're gonna start with basic info, and all this stuff is populated from the prior year. So if they need to make any changes here, they would just update this, but by default, it's probably gonna be fine. Contact info, address. Did your address change? But let's just jump ahead to income. And this is where it gets smart. So you see this little yellow sticky on the left-hand side? This is basically a set of reminders based on prior year data of stuff that he ought to have. So on this screen, you're gonna click through all the stuff that applies to you. W-2, what else? 1099, I got my rental, let's just go with that. So based on those selections, it now steps you through what you ought to have for each of those selections. So first it's gonna ask me to upload my W-2, chuck the W-2 in, machine goes brr, do the same thing with 1099, brr. And if you notice this in the sticky note here, it's got 2 lines for 1099 items, Bank of America and Wells Fargo. If we hop back to that questionnaire, you'll notice It is smart. So I just put the Bank of America 1099 in there and it automatically ticked off that checklist item. Because if that's just a regular old vanilla checklist, can I really trust my client to do it right? Honestly, probably not. Even if they check the right one, they probably accidentally uploaded a picture of a Tootsie Pop wrapper instead of the actual 1099. Okay, back to the questionnaire. Onto rental properties. Just the one rental property. Address is pre-populated here. Still single family, and this is where we start actually gathering like the data we need for the rental. And you see in the sticky note, it actually shows what the prior year amount is for rents. So I'm gonna make up a figure here, say 26, and then we've got each of the expense items and the prior year amounts for those expenses. Now, I'm just gonna motor through the rest of this to take you back to the client screen. So I submitted that as is. Now you'll see over on the client screen, John Doe's status changes to this green submitted status. But let me show you what the output looks like that we can then take into the tax prep process. So you'll see we've still got this like checklist questionnaire. But what's useful for me as the tax preparer now is if I flip over to the answers screen, this is like an organizer of all of the information that they provided. But what's even better is I can export this whole thing along with all of the supporting docs into a single bookmarked PDF. Check this out. I'm gonna click download PDF workpaper, and I've got a PDF bookmark with all the sections. We've got organizer, W-2, 1099, all that stuff. So I've got a clean like jumping off point to start the tax prep process. Now, when I was doing 1040s, this is what my files usually looked like. But if you separate these files out, or if you use another system that manages like your W-2s and 1099s as separate files, you can also download a folder zip, which will give you an organized and named version of the organizer PDF and then all of the supporting documents as well. And if you think about the upshot of doing that across a ton of clients and like clients being able to self-serve and do that stuff and not having to scan stuff and manage the files that you get emailed and just how much paper hustling goes into that, that is going to be such a massive time savings for you compared to the traditional info gathering process. Now, you're already clenching the seat over, okay, how much is this going to cost me? Gang, it's not bad at all. Basically, right now it's about 10 bucks per return, which I was paying that, maybe more than that, just for the little scanning utility that organized my documents into a bookmarked PDF. Like you could pay 30 bucks per return for something like that. So 10 bucks per, yep, that is worth my time, buddy. And even better, right now, as of the time we're doing this video, I don't know if they're gonna do it for long, you actually go out there and take this for a spin for 5 clients for free. I don't know how long they're actually gonna do that, but absolutely go give it a try. I'm gonna put a link in the video description. If you're a tax pro in the US, you are probably giddy right now, but go check that one out, and thanks to Stanford Tax for sponsoring this video.